So here we are with our hub, and we've got our drive member off, and on here there's a circlip, and then there's a washer. So I'm going to take this circlip off because, and for this you just need a pair of decent circlip pliers. That's the circlip off. Put that somewhere safe. I don't want to lose that. I'll put it on my rag. And after this is a washer, and that's a preload washer for the wheel bearings. So now I've got some play in this drivetrain somewhere between the diff and the drive member. Excuse me. So this is called the drive member, and a guy on one of the forums on Facebook was very kindly said, check the drive member because the wear could be here, and that's the drive shaft is a harder metal than that in here. So bear in mind that's a drive shaft. I thought, well, that's a blooming good idea because that could save me stripping down, but with a little bit of WD-40, just a tiny bit. I don't want to get all in the wheel. I need my rag now, so that circlips have to go over there. So I'm just going to clean that off, just so I can see the profile of the splines and see these little screwdriver there, if there's any wear there, because if there isn't any wear there, those splines, this is a 24 spline hub, I think, or drive shaft, so this looks pretty good. There's not a lot of wear on there at all. The splines look good profile, they're all flat, there's no burrs, so they look pretty good. So the next step then is to check the drive member, and this is a drive member, and I've already cleaned this up and painted it because it's going back on, because I've checked it, and I don't know if you can see that on the camera, but the wear in there is absolutely negligible. There's nothing there at all. So to test it, I've just put it on backwards. I'll just slide it on, and then without trying to turn the whole drivetrain, because I will get a bit of play there. Can you hear that? There's nothing there at all. I mean, that's quite a close match. That's not causing my jolt or my clunk when I take up the drive. So the clunk is somewhere else, so it's further down the drivetrain. So what I've got to do is I've got to, now I've got to take this lot off because I need to find out where the drivetrain clunk is. So that's all good. Thank you for the chap on the forum who said, check the drive member, which is this, or the drive flange, which is this. But now we know it's not that, and it's something else, because that's got a nice clearance on there. There's nothing, and that clearance will take up when it heats up as you drive, so there's nothing wrong with that at all. It's pretty good. So I've painted that, I've painted my wheel nuts, and I've taken all the rust, the surface rust off here. I shall put my thrust washer back on, or load washer, whatever it's called, and I'll put my circlip back on, and I'm just putting these back on so I don't lose them, because you don't want to lose the blooming things. So pull them out into the groove so they don't ping off. So that's in the groove. So that looks all right to me, totally all right. I've cleaned all these surfaces up so it can be ready to take another paper gasket, and I've cleaned that surface up. The copper slip, a little copper slip will go on there so the wheel doesn't seize onto the rim, but that's actually pretty good and done now. So now we're going to go further back into the drivetrain to find out where my play is.